Call this meeting to order, special meeting, joint meeting of the City Commission, Rio Grande City, and the Board of Directors of RGC-4B Economic Development Corporation, which is Tuesday, July 30th, 2019, approximately 6:02 p.m. here at 5332 East US Highway 83, Rio Grande City, Texas, Suite A. This time we'll have the invocation by Commissioner, who do we have? Commissioner, not Flores here, Commissioner Ramirez, by the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Lopez.
Mr. Ramirez, I'm sorry, can you open the meeting for EDC as well? And then
Yes.
we'll do
We'll call the meeting to order. It is 6:03 p.m. and we're here, Commissioners, City Hall, Commissioner Chambers. This is a meeting for the RGC-4B EDC, and today is Tuesday, July 30th, and again it's 6:03 p.m. Ms. Laura Heads, Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to be here today to conduct city business. I ask you to please clear our minds so we may make some wise decisions as we move forward, continuing to do what's right for our city to make it grow and move forward. So in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag, and allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
This time we'll have roll call and finding of quorum. Ms. Peña,
Mayor Villarreal,
here.
Mayor Pro Tem Garza,
Here.
Commissioner Flores is absent, Commissioner Ramirez,
Here.
Commissioner Jones.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mayor. Now let me call roll call for EDC. Mr. Ramirez,
Here.
Ms. Perez, present. Mr. Lopez,
Here.
Dr. Margot is absent, Mr. Garza,
Here.
Mr. Jones,
Here.
Ms. Flores is absent. You have a quorum, Mr. Ramirez.
Thank you.
Next, business and orders item 2, contracts and agreements. Letter A, discussion and possible action to amend the 380 development agreement for the St. Ives project. Item 2A.
Mayor and Commissioners, we've come to you, we've got some documentation attached to what's in front of you. Very basically, we're looking at a recommendation coming from the St. Ives developer to combine the EDC properties. If you recall, and probably Ms. Guillen could help me out with this, if you recall, the way it was set up initially were two different pieces of property. One was close to 755, which involved 7.5 acres in the front part, or close to 755. And then towards the Arroyo side, we also had 2.5 acres that belong to EDC. And so now he's come back with a proposal to expedite the development process in elevating that property out of the flood zone, to combining those two properties, which means the one that's by the Arroyo, which is number 5, square number 5. If you look at that, it's not really a square.
It's 4.
I'm sorry.
Both 4 and 5.
4, 5. It's 5.
That's the one with the closest acreage of 2.5 acres.
If you look at that piece of property, it's not even a square that we were gonna end up with, okay? That's what we were gonna end up with. And then the property that's towards the 755 side, which is block number 2? Number 2. So those two were those two separate pieces of property. So now if you look at what you have attached, and Ms. Guillen, feel free to jump in anytime. And Ms. Baez, where's Ms. Baez? Ms. Baez?
Do you have the number 2 that's on the agenda?
Yes.
This is the one that we're talking about.
If you look at what is being proposed under Exhibit D2, you have, the first exhibit shows you the 7.5 acres that references block number 2 over here, okay? The 7.5 acres is in white. Above it, you'll see a marked lines. That's an additional piece of property. That's the 2 acres, is that correct, Ms. Guillen?
Yes,
That
I
is
don't
2
know which
acres.
one you're looking at.
D2?
This right here.
Okay, we've updated that, it's the same thing, but we have a survey now that shows 9.461 acres, which is the same, yeah. We just cleaned it up.
Right, now I was trying to depict is where's that property being attached to?
Right.
So when you looked at the clean survey, that's where those acreage came in.
So the developer essentially is proposing to relocate that acreage over to that tract that's there. And you see the part that was drawn in up at the top, that would expand on the existing conveyance that we're expecting along the 755 realignment.
So instead of having the 7 acres here, in essence, we're gonna have 9.
We're gonna have we're gonna have 9.461 to be exact.
And which number is that in on this
Be a number.
aerial?
Number two is gonna get larger by increasing by this amount right here.
Very good.
See, this is 2 right here, but we've added this piece.
Okay, this 2 here says 70.
So this is what they added here.
Yeah, it's actually
When this was drawn up, Lori, the lot 2 had 7 acres on there, but then when they went back in there and they redrew it, it actually turned out to be 7.4 acres.
Very good. And then we're adding 2 acres to that.
And we're adding 2 acres to that, correct?
Correct.
Very good.
So all the EDC property will be together, consolidated into one piece,
And all accessible.
next
To
to
the highway.
755, correct?
And
Not by
refresh my
the-
memory, also 6, is that ours too, right?
No.
Or which one is ours?
The city is set to receive a lot in that part that's labeled 1 at the very bottom of your map. That would be.
Okay.
On the east part.
Oh, I'm sorry, that, it's below that, the subdivision.
Okay, so it's not included on
But
here.
you have the exhibit, which is C2, and that
It's on
is
this map.
subdivision,
Yeah.
preliminary subdivision plat. That would be lot number 8.
It's going to be.
Okay, I see it. Because this one here, just to be clear,
Lot 8.
Lot 8 would be?
Then the property to the city.
Yes,
Property to the city.
correct.
So what essentially this development agreement amendment does, it updates the land conveyance to the EDC reflecting this new area, which is 9.461 acres, as attached in the exhibit. And it also updates the subdivision lot number for the city, because previously it was lot number 9. And since then, it has undergone some changes, and we now know, and the engineer's here to tell us we're very close, it shouldn't change. That portion of the city lot should remain at 3. In fact, they had it at 2.9 acres way back when, now it's 3.06 for lot 8 to the city.
Okay, do we need a motion? Do you need a motion from EDC and a motion from the city?
You do.
So on behalf of EDC, I would move that we amend the 380 development agreement for the City Side project as presented.
Okay, we got a motion by Ms. Perez. Second by Mr. Lopez. Everybody in agreement signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, same sign. Motion passes.
okay, at this time, do we entertain a motion?
I so move, Mayor.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Ramirez. Who was second over here? Me. Okay, we have a second by Commissioner Gatsa.
Oh, you're gonna do it to the city.
Okay, a little confusion.
That you're looking for adjournment.
Any further discussion on this item? Any additional information by anyone that would like to share information on this? We're good? Okay.
All I can say, Mayor, is that I am anxious and looking forward to this project getting started.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
This time, a motion to adjourn for EDC.
For
EDC? EDC. Mr. Jones, okay, and then need a second? Second, Mr. Lopez. This time we're adjourned for EDC and it is 6:11 PM.
And following that, do we have a motion to adjourn by?
So moved, Mayor.
We have a motion to adjourn. Commissioner Ramirez, second by Commissioner Garza. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I opposed. Meeting adjourned.
I made it for adjournment.
Hey, this is your short.
It's 6:12 PM.